Okay, so today in the morning, the wind has come down. So I'm doing some gardening because in France we don't have gardeners. We do everything ourselves. So I'll film a little bit of what I'm doing now, which is cleaning my garden. I've already started. So here it is. Yeah, I'm just cleaning all this. I have to remove all the dead flowers. And I have to remove all the weeds. Here's what I've been already clearing, because this whole garden I take care of it. So I'm making my husband's lunch, and please no judgments. My husband is French, so he eats meat, he eats pork. I will not eat this dish, but he loves it. So I'm sharing it with you in case you are interested in the way I make a carbonara with noodles. So just follow the recipe. So I'll take a hot wok and usme I'll put butter. And then once the butter's half melted, I'll put the garlic, because I don't want the garlic to burn. So I won't put the garlic when the oil is too hot. I'll put it when it's melting. Means not the oil, sorry, the butter. Yeah. So I'll melt the butter, put the garlic in the butter while the butter is melting, so that the butter gets a lovely garlicky taste but does not burn. And then I'll put my shallots or my onions. Now this is the easiest way of making a carbonara, but my husband just loves this dish. So I bet if you guys want to make it with chicken or with pork or with what, not beef and all that, it has to be pork or it has to be chicken or some white meat, but it cannot be something that takes very long to cook. So now I'll put my shallots and let my shallots really become golden. Now in this, for some nice taste to come, I'll put a lot of pepper, which I'm doing from a grinder. So it's fresh pepper that I'm doing from the grinder. And now I won't put salt, because if I put salt, the onions will give all their water and then it won't be crispy and it won't be that lovely golden color. So I have to leave the onions so that they become nice and golden. Now I don't know if you've seen in all American movies, when they are cooking and in their kitchen they have a glass of wine. I don't have all those fantasies, even though I'm living in France. Mine is an nimbu pani. So I don't drink wine and I don't eat meat. So once this is nicely grilled, I'll put, this is pork pieces. It's also called lard. You can take bacon as well or ham. Yeah, and now you have to cook the onion, the garlic, the butter and the ham together again to make it a nice golden color. So just let it cook nicely. You can try this recipe. It's quite tasty, and I can tell you that every time I make it, my husband just loves it. Of course, I forgot to tell you that my spaghetti is already cooked. I cooked it yesterday and just put it away, so that today I just have to add it on. And I basically make spaghetti once or twice a week. So once I make it with like red sauce, once I make it with white sauce, so that makes 2 meals. So I just cook it and keep it. Yeah, so I'm letting this grill and become nice and brown, and then I'll come back to it. So now you can see that the color is nice and pink, but it's not nice and brown and roasted. So I still have to wait for the meat to be nice and roasted, because that will give that sauce a nice brown color. So this is not ready as yet. Here, I'll show you from here. Yeah, you have to just wait for it to get a bit more brownish, and then you can add on the cream and the salt. Okay, yeah. So now it's lovely. See, it's become nice and golden, but not burnt, just golden. Now I'm adding fresh cream. So I just take a kind of liquid cream. But if you don't have liquid cream, you can just take some thick cream and add a little bit of milk and make it a bit liquid. And then you just add it on. And then I just, stir it, and I'll put some salt. Here. So I don't do carbonara with like white sauce and, maida and all that. I just make it like this, and I also make it in the vegetarian version with some zucchini, some eggplant, which is bengan, zucchini, broccoli. I make it with little cauliflower also, and once that is the same thing I do, I just saute it instead of the meat, all the veggies, which I just blanch first in hot water, then I put it in, and I remove it. I put it in the butter and the onion and all that. I just saute it, then I put the cream, and then I put the spaghetti. That can be the vegetarian version. So now I am putting my spaghetti inside, which is already cooked. And then I'll share one more recipe with you of a biscuit I'm going to make, because I'm very careful about what I eat. So it's going to be a flaxseed biscuit, which I will be able to eat when I'm hungry and wanting something to chew on. So I'll be making that, and I'll share that also with you. Yeah. So here's my carbonara, which will just, I won't even give it a boil because it's already cooked now. I'll just put some little cheese on it. You can put whatever cheese you want. So here in France, we put the Gruyere Emmental cheese. This is what we put, but you can put whatever you want. Yeah, and my recipe is done. My husband's lunch is done. I'll just put a little bit of pepper on top and some chili flakes. Yeah, I'll just put some pepper, and I'll put some chili flakes, and I'm done for his lunch. That was so quick. Yeah. So now look who's a happy man eating his carbonara. Let me ask him, is it good?
Very good.
Here it is.
I love your pasta.
Loves my carbonara. So it's my recipe. As I said, it's not the genuine recipe maybe, and there are thousands of recipes, but this is mine, and I can promise you that it's really tasty. So you try the vegetarian version or this one and let me know. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Now here I'm getting ready for the sambar for my lunch, and I'm going to show you that when I came from India, I was not allowed to bring plants, so I brought seeds. छोटे छोटे जो seeds होते हैं कड़ी पत्ता के, I bought those and I planted them. ये बिल्ली रो रही है, हमारी बिल्ली. So एक तो इतना बड़ा पेड़ हो गया, that is 5-year-old. ये एक दो साल का है, लेकिन इतना चुटकू सा है. लेकिन I had to make many क्योंकि sometimes ठंड में ना it just freezes and gets spoiled. And the third one I tried to put it in the ground, जो वहाँ पर मैंने लगाया, but it did not grow. शुरू में it grew and then it did not grow, and I think it's because वो freeze हो गया ठंड में. तो now ये वाला ना फिर मुझे वो seeds देगा और फिर मैं try करूँगी, क्योंकि फ्रेश कड़ी पत्ता का जो मज़ा आता है ना वो किसी और चीज़ में, मतलब फ्रोज़न और उसमें ड्राइड में नहीं होता. Chalo, so now I'll start making my sambar and show you my recipe of sambar in France. Okay, so now see, I've taken a small, my chotu pressure cooker, and this I brought from India and it's very nice. It's a 2.5 liter pressure cooker, but I can't tell you how nice this little pressure cooker is, and it's really easy to cook for 2 people in this pressure cooker. So now I'm going to heat the pressure cooker. Now I have studied about cooking. I have done classes and I have done a diploma in cooking. So one of the steps they always tell us to do is heat the utensil first and then put the oil. People put the oil in a cold utensil, but if you put it in a hot utensil, it makes the utensil non-stick. That is it, because the oil will float on the hot surface. So that is the first step. We must heat the surface. Now maybe you know this. I don't want to be some big person who's giving you advice, but it's just a tip. If I love to have tips from people, so I'm just giving you a tip which I won't go on and on about. So once my bartan is hot, I'll put little oil. Yeah. So as I said, this is not an authentic sambar recipe, so please, all the South Indians and all the professional South Indian cooks, please don't shout at me. It is my recipe of sambar, which is so easy and so tasty. Yeah, so then on this hot oil now, I'm going to put 1 spoon of mustard seeds and my fresh curry patta, which I've just washed. Okay, now in that I will put my red onion, 1 red onion, and I'll just give it a nice mix. Yeah, already the smell is so lovely. Okay, now once my onions are translucent, means they're not completely transparent, I'm putting my sabzis. So in my sabzis I put gobi, beans, gajar and brinjal, matlab bangan. Small pieces. I want a lot of veggies in my sambar. So as I told you, I think healthy and I eat healthy. So I make it the way I like it. So I put more sabzis than dal. Now again I'll just saute all these sabzis first. Okay, so once I find that my sabzis are nicely fried, I'll add my zucchini, because zucchini cooks very fast, so I always put it little later. Again I will saute. Okay, so now here I've soaked this orange dal and little chana dal, because we don't get the sambar ka dal in France, so I just use what we get. So basically I just use this orange dal and little chana dal in it, and I just put this in. This dal I've soaked it for overnight so that it will cook very fast, because otherwise the vegetables will be fully pureed if the dal takes so long to cook. So I'll just now mix everything together and make it into a nice mixture. Here, I'm just showing you. Make this into a nice mixture. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so now in this I'll put 1 spoon of even 1.5 spoon of sambar powder. Now have you noticed I've not put chili or dried chilies, because this dal will be eaten by me but also by my husband and my children. So as I like very hot food, they like spicy food but not like chili hot. So I just avoid putting too much chili, and the sambar powder is a little spicy. So I'm just not putting the red chili. So now I've mixed this whole masala. Now I will put the puree of 2 tomatoes. I won't even put everything because they were very big tomatoes. So I put this puree in here. Again, I will mix nicely. Yeah, and then here I have taken 1 cube. So what I do is I buy the imli ka pura packet and I cut it into cubes, and I just don't put it in garam pani and all. I just put the cube in here, and then I remove whatever the filaments that come out. I just remove it. So now I'll put the pani. I'll put quite a lot of pani because I need lots of gravy, and the sambar needs gravy to cook also. I'll just mix it and I will put salt. Now, one more thing I've learnt is that people just close the pressure cooker immediately. I don't do that. I wait for the first boil and then I close the pressure cooker. I can't explain to you exactly why, but that is the way I've learned to use the pressure cooker. So I just follow that. I don't know why. If anyone knows, please comment and tell me if that is the right way to use a pressure cooker. But that's the way I learned in cooking school. So now I'm just letting this boil, and then once it boils, I'll close the pressure cooker. So see now this has started boiling. So now I'll just take the lid. I'll just take the lid and put it on. And now I'll do 4 CTs. And after 4 CTs, my sambar is ready. So did you see how quick that was? And not tedious at all. Hello. Okay, so now I've done 4 CT and I've let this whole thing come out, the steam. So now I'm opening the pressure cooker in front of you, and normally I'm so used to this recipe that it has to come perfect. Just look at this. Such an effortless recipe to make sambar in my style, but very healthy. And I have made dosa batter. I'm just going to make dosa, sambar and eat my lunch. And of course I'm going to put some coriander, fresh coriander on top. And I'm done with my sambar. Let's take a look. Here it is. Let's take a look. Look at the sambar. So if you want a quick recipe and you want to try my recipe, please go ahead and try it. If you have the sambar dal, please soak it overnight, wash it nicely, soak it overnight, and it will be even better. But I can promise you that even this dal, okay, now I put little chana dal in this because chana dal gives it more consistency to make it a little thicker, because I like thick dal. But I can tell you that this is really too good. So now I'm going to make my husband's lunch. And in my husband's lunch, I have made mussels in cream. So that I won't show you because I don't know how many people in India or how many people like mussels. So this is a white sauce and mussel which my husband loves because he loves seafood. But what I'm going to make now is rice to go with it. So for that I'm just putting a wok here. So now my wok is hot. I'm putting the butter inside, letting the butter melt. In this butter, I'll put a little bit of oil so that the butter doesn't burn. And once it melts, I'm going to make my garlic rice. Okay, so now my butter is hot. I'm sauteing my garlic first because I want a little burnt garlic taste. So first I'm putting my garlic and nicely making it brown. Then I'm putting, just don't make it burn, it just has to be brown. And then I'm putting my shallot or my red onion or whatever onion I want. And this I'm going to make it nice and crispy. This has to be nice and crispy. Okay, for this step you just have to be here because in 5 seconds your garlic can burn, and once it's burnt your whole recipe will get spoiled. So just stand here and see to your recipe for 2 minutes. And then here I've made some boiled rice. So I've made some, not basmati, I've made jasmine rice, and I'm going to put it in my mixture here. I'm going to mix it nicely. Then to this I'm going to add a little bit of salt and I'm going to add some garlic flakes on top because this is garlic rice, right? And then I'll mix it up, and that's it. I don't have to dry my rice more. I want to keep my rice very moist. The more I fry it, the more it will get dry. So now for my lunch, it's going to be dosa time. To have with my sambar. And here I show you my plate. I'm just having 2 dosas and 1 small katori of sambar dal. And I've not put any oil, so the dosas are a bit white. If you put little bit of oil, it becomes more crispy, but I avoid too much oil as well. So here's my lunch. See you later. So this is a decoration shop. Like it's a dollar store where you get everything at a cheaper price. You can see all the lovely things you get here. And when I'm a bit depressed or I feel low or I have some time, I just come and stroll here. See? Get here are all the things for the car. That's my daughter. And she also loves this shop. Voila, I'm just taking you all around. This is all for dogs and cats. Yeah, even in a swimming pool for doggies. This is my daughter Bella. No. Don't run away, Bella. Hi Bella, say hi.
No.
Oh shit.
Les actions en ligne, non?
No.
Ça existe pas?
This is all about repair work, painting. All those over there are plastic boxes. I'll give you an idea of the prices. And here is all about gardening. See. €1 is 80 rupees, 80 to 90 rupees. So you can convert if you want to see any of the prices. This is all about swimming pools, children's toys. I'm just taking you around. Some suitcases for traveling. Here, all this is travel stuff. Everything you need for traveling. This is all camping stuff, barbecue. And this is what I came for. I am looking for 2 nice glasses to have our lassi. So here they are. I might take these. 1, 2. I didn't want green, but there's no other color. Cuckoo! I'm going to make some lassi because my daughter has come and it's very hot today. So I'll do some nice lassi and I'll put some fruits in it and make a nice chilled fruit lassi for Bela. So here's the glass I just bought and here's the lassi for Bela. Come, let's go and see Bela. Let's go and give Bela the glass. Bela, here's your lassi.
Thank you.